Hi YouTube, it's coming up to the end of year 2020, and one thing that I usually do at the end of each year is I do some financial planning, or I take a snapshot of my finances. So they use this spreadsheet that I made myself, and I've been using it for well over 10 years. It has been looked at by some of my coworkers' wives who were accountants, and they said yes, it's a pretty good spreadsheet. So it's been looked at a couple of times, and right now I know it's hard to see, but I just wanted to give you an overview of the whole financial planning spreadsheet. And what I'll cover here is basically what you'll put in is your expenses here and you'll put them in month by month. You've got your electric, gas, water, phone, all these utilities, and you'll come up with an annual type of expenses that you have reoccurring for your utilities, and that'll be this number, and this number will pop you up into the net expenses, and we'll get into this in more detail in a second. The other thing that the spreadsheet does, so it does the expenses, and then what we do is we've got the age up here, and the age, I just have this as a example spreadsheet, so you can populate it with whatever you want. The first line is the husband's line, and it's the husband's age, and you can put the number in here. Right now I've got 51 as an age, and it'll automatically update all the ages across the board. And what I've got here highlighted in blue is the age 65. So just in this example, let's say the husband retires when he's 65, and it's in blue. So the next thing I'll look at is the wife's data, the wife's age, and let's say in this example he's a couple years younger than the husband. She's 49. And again, all the ages will update, and maybe she also retires at the age of 65. So you put in the ages, and then here you will put in your savings. So you try and take an estimate of what your savings are for the husband and for the wife and for the joint, and that gives you a total amount of savings that you have. And then lastly, you want to calculate your income. So you just put the husband's income here, and you put the wife's income on this line. Now the next two lines will be the husband's Social Security income, which would start whenever you want to pick. In this case here, I've got it put in at the age of 69. And then the wife's Social Security. Again, this one would be, she would maybe pick up her Social Security when she turns 69 as well. So these yellow boxes are data that you would input. So whatever numbers you have for your income and your expenses. So go ahead and plug in these numbers. And the rest of the white cells, they are formulas. So you can see that there's a formula here that I put in, and what it's basically doing is calculating some interest and some future amounts. So it will compound. And so that is the basic, your income minus your expenses. So that's your net income and the expenses for the year. And then you want to take a snapshot of what your savings are. And so at least you've got some good basis for financial planning. And what you want to do is, the main thing is you want to make sure that you don't outlive your savings. So here's the curve where in 2020, you know, maybe the couple has $1 million total, and as they keep working, the savings will go up, and then when they stop working, the savings will start dropping down, you know, as you start using your savings after you retire and you're living on maybe Social Security sometime. So something like this spreadsheet, at least you can put together your information, because anytime you go into a financial planner, they're going to ask you this information anyways. Your income, your expenses, and how much savings you have, and they'll plug it in themselves. So the last thing I have here is some notes on the bottom left, and let's start going through these notes. So I'm going to view, and let's increase the size now. So let's start with the notes on this spreadsheet. So this spreadsheet's for entertainment purposes only. No liability is accepted. And I have a password on this. It's an Excel spreadsheet. And right now the generic password is money 2020. And then to change the password, you click File and Info, then Protect Password, Encrypt with Password, and then you enter your new password and then enter it again. So that, when you receive this Excel file, you definitely want to change the password and make it secure. So again, the financial planning spreadsheet, the main goal is not to outlive your savings, and you do a sensitivity analysis. You'll change inflation percentage per year, and maybe you'll change the how much you have raises or how much you are earning as income. All these you can change in the spreadsheet yourself. You don't even really need a financial planner. You can do this on your own. So item number 4 is to estimate your current income and then estimate your current expenses. So the savings you have will be income minus expenses. And then you estimate the increases in your income, expenses, and savings and project them into the future. And number 10, RMD. Sometime when you start getting into your 50s and you start doing more serious financial planning, you'll hear these terms. RMD is required minimum distribution from your 401k. And currently, it was changed this year to 4% per year, and you would start it at age 72. So this changes from time to time. So you have to update this spreadsheet every year. It used to be about 2%, and you had to start at the age of 70 and a half. So that was in previous years, but now it was updated to age 72 because of the coronavirus. Item number 11, this example case reflects a couple in their 50s and the house is paid off and there's no kids in school. So this is just an example. And then you'll have to adjust it for your own situation. Item number 12, at the end of 2020, you make a copy of this tab, and then you update your numbers, and then you do it for the next year, 2021. So what my spreadsheet will have is several tabs on the bottom, and I do a snapshot of each year. So I would do a right click, and I would make a copy, I would make a copy, create a copy. I won't do this right now, but this is how you would do it. Create a copy, and then you would you're ready for a year 2021. Okay, so let's go up to the expenses, the utility expenses. Here, like I said, you just put your utility expenses in for each month, and you want to take data for your electric, gas, water, your phone. Okay, so when I mouse over these cells with the little red diamond in the top right, this just reminds you to put in your cell phone expenses, internet, etc. Miscellaneous might be your groceries, Netflix, satellite or cable, etc. And so this spreadsheet will it'll add up everything in the row, and in this case it comes out to $520 for January, and then February it comes out to $550. So all these expenses from January through December for the whole year comes out to a number of $6,730. So I put it in red here so that when you go back up in this spreadsheet, it's easier to find. So $6,730. So let's continue with the expenses. Now you may have spending money. Here I've got two people, $100 per week times 52 weeks in a year. So that would be like $10,000 in spending money. And then there's maybe some property tax you want to put in there, homeowners association, car insurance, house insurance. Maybe you have a health club. Your vacations, how much do you spend on vacations every year? You plug in the number here. I've got a row here for a new car. So maybe for a couple, you might buy a new car every 5 years. So I've got 000, but in this year, maybe you're spending $25,000, and then you can plug in, in another 5 years, maybe it's $30,000. So you can plug in an expense for the car that you may plan to purchase in the future. And then you put in some miscellaneous medical expenses. And right now, these annual expenses may be, some glasses, an annual physical, maybe some medication you need, etc. Maybe it's $600 for the year. So just using these numbers, the total number is like $38,000 for expenses. So, depending on your situation, that's just how this spreadsheet works. And then the next numbers, as I go down to the right, it's based on 4% inflation. So each of these cells will be multiplied by each of these cells is multiplied by the inflation number. So the spending number, you can see here right away that this vacations 4% extra, so that's 10,400. So these are all increasing by 4%, and you just add up the column. And those are your expenses that you're building up every year. So let's move up to the top now. Okay, so here's the savings. Your savings maybe in 2019. Here's a reminder in the top right that the cells in yellow indicate input data. So all these cells in yellow, you type them in. And then after that, the spreadsheet will calculate with extra inflation or things like that. And then this spreadsheet will project out your savings over the years as you earn money, and also with interest, or maybe you're making some money from investments. So, or you're, so this is how this spreadsheet is built up. And the last thing is the income. Income is maybe here shown for the husband, $100,000 per year, and the wife is $50,000 per year. And so it shows just a raise here of 1% per year. And this one, it shows this one, what I do is this one's going up 1% per year as well. I just do a rounding just so that it's easier on the eyes. Really, when you have too many digits, it gets really cumbersome to look at, and it's not. It's just this makes it a lot cleaner, So let's look at this year 2021. Let's say for the whole year, the husband and the wife generate a total income of $150,000. What this spreadsheet does is it subtracts 30% for tax and Social Security. These are the taxes, 30%. It's just an estimate. You put in your own number. And then, so your total income for the year in this example was $105,000. And, you take away your expenses of $38,000. So roughly you're going to have about $65,000 going into the following year. So that's why this number increases up to $366,000. Whatever you earn minus your expenses goes, you add it into the savings for the next year, and boom, this spreadsheet, that's how it's generated. So let's go out to the right a little bit further, and as you can see, I'll go to the right, and here is where, again, the husband is maybe retiring at 65, and then I've got a little note here, husband retires, so his income's going to be 0 after that. And then maybe after 2 more years, when the wife turns 65, then here's the number, you put that to 0. So that's how this is generated. Here's the little note about the required minimum distribution of 4% at the age of 72, and that's for the husband and the wife. Here, this line is your Social Security. So you got to go to the Social Security website, plug your Social Security number in there, and take a look on how much you are going to get as income, Social Security income, and you will start. This is where this spreadsheet really comes in valuable. You can plan when you're going to collect Social Security, and the longer that you wait, the more that you get, by about 7 or 8%. So if you have enough savings, you want to wait as long as you can and get the most amount of Social Security. That's really important, and also this required minimum distribution. So this is how this spreadsheet. The main goal, again, is to make sure that you do not outlive your savings. So this spreadsheet is run out to, in this case, it runs out till this couple is roughly 95 years old. Here we go. When the husband is 95, I just stopped the spreadsheet here in the year 2064. And so this is where the total income, or the total savings, pardon me, still $200,000 when the husband hits 95. So just as an example, that's what you're looking for at the age of 95, or whatever age you pick, maybe age of 100. You don't want to have a negative here. You want to have enough savings to last you through the end of your life. So I hope this is helpful for you. I'm going to just slide down, and I'm going to finish at the graph. Okay, so again, this is the graph of having a positive amount, and the numbers come from the spreadsheet. And so you do not want to outlive your savings, and that's the whole purpose behind financial planning. So I hope this information is helpful. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.